Oh, boy.
Josh Doan, a big round of applause for Josh Doan.
All right. Well, Josh Doan, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate your time.
You got in late last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we got in 5.
5 in the morning?
Oh,
yeah.
buddy.
5 in the
Wow.
morning?
Oh,
Did
buddy.
you get to nap today
That's
at
rough.
least?
A little bit.
Oh, my God.
Watch
buddy.
some college football and
I'm so
go to the
sorry.
game.
Do we wake you from that nap, buddy?
No.
And now he's like, oh, now
Sorry.
instead of going to hang out with my teammates watching baseball, I get to come hang out with these guys.
Yeah,
We'll
they're
make
up
it short.
1-0, so it's.
Are they really?
Yeah, it's playing over there. So.
Oh, heck
All
yeah.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's right there, too.
Go
So
D-backs.
we'll keep an eye on it.
We should put
Wagon.
the D-backs game on right on the table for Josh so we can keep an eye on
Keep
it.
the ticker on.
Just as much.
Oh, boy.
Actually, you're probably the reason that your dad is a baseball junkie, right? Like, he's told me that he learns everything from you.
Yeah, he's pretty big into like baseball and everything, but if his team does well, then he takes credit. If it does bad, he blames me. It's kind of how it goes. So
Of course.
that's
Of
how he
course.
rolls.
Oh, man.
Well, Josh, you've made it through your first NHL training camp now from beginning to end. One, tell us how you're feeling, and two, what did you think of the experience?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I think it was huge for me to get that, just the understanding how the game's going to work at that next level and the pace of play. It's a little bit more structured than any other hockey you've ever played. So to get in there and experience that was cool, and then to get on the ice with the guys in practice and to learn from Coach Trigney and the other coaching staff about what their style is and how they want you to play. So that if you do end up getting called up at some point or playing for the team at some point, you kind of have a little bit of understanding of what they're looking for and what they want out of you.
Josh, I just wrote about you today, but I want for maybe the people that haven't read the story yet, hopefully you've all read the story, by the way.
Plug City.
It was quite a summer for you. Can you just recap a little bit of what we talked about today up in the shoe swap and working with Greg, the guy that's been training this family for a very, very long time, for a quarter century?
Yeah, it was obviously a big summer for me and training, and the Coyotes did an unbelievable job of setting it up early and at the end of the year. And as soon as I was able to get in the gym with them, I was starting with them, and then they sent me home with a program to go up to Canada and gave me what they thought I needed to help grow my game and certain things. And they reached out to Greg, and they had a good conversation, Mitch and Greg, about what my plan should be for the year in the summer, and they came up with an unbelievable plan, and it's so far it's been helping.
And then Greg beat you up all summer.
And he made me feel the pain all summer, he says.
So what was your focus in particular? Obviously, last year was interesting. You went from college to Tucson, and now you're coming into a full season of pro. What was your focus in the off season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was pace of play for me, and it's something that goes to moving my feet and not just trusting my brain to do everything. Is kind of get my feet going behind my brain, and the biggest thing, it wasn't necessarily speed, but just fast twitch muscles and making sure everything was going at the quickest that I could and not kind of sitting back and waiting for stuff to happen.
Hey, look at you started right at the rookie tournament where you led this team in scoring at the rookie tournament. Then you go on to the preseason to get the hat trick. Did you expect that, or is it like, yeah, I think I can handle this, or was it a little bit of surprise to you? Because I'll be honest, for me, it was a little bit of surprise that that you developed that quickly.
Yeah, I think it was something that I look forward to all summer and was showing off that I could play at a higher pace and could take my game to another level. I think it's something that I focus on my whole life, isn't focusing on points and is going out and making plays happen and being a disturbance on the forecheck and stuff like that, and using my stick to create opportunities for me and my teammates. But I think going into that rookie tournament, you get to feel good about yourself playing with guys like Geeky and Cooley and Gunther, and you get a connection with those guys that you can take with into preseason. Luckily, Geeks and I got to play a couple games together, which was really nice. And when you get an opportunity to play with a guy like him, he's another smart hockey player, and when you play with him, he's going to get you the puck. So I think it was something like going into it is I knew I was going to have an opportunity to play with good hockey players. So to put aside all the worrying and just focus on moving my feet and getting it on the forecheck is two things I need to work on and use as my strengths.
I want to back up for just a little bit here and reference something that Leah was just talking about. When you left ASU, there were people then that were saying, is it too early? Is he leaving a year too early? You were certain of it, and I know you talked to, I don't know how many people were advising you then before you came to a decision. What convinced you that you were ready to take this next step, which now clearly was the right move for you?
Yeah, I think it's when we were talking about it, my family and I, it was never to get settled at the level you're at, and that's something that if you're going to a level that's going to make you push every single day, then you're going to get better doing it. And that was the biggest focal point for me. Is there was question marks of whether I was ready or not for the USHL when I went there, and then ended up being a good decision. The same thing going into ASU. There was a little bit of if I was strong enough or fast enough to play college hockey, and the biggest point in our family was to make sure that if I'm going to move on, it's going to be something I got to go every day and work for it. And if you get stuck in the same spot and get settled, then it can kind of decay your progress moving forward. So that was the biggest focal point, was just making sure that I was going into a better place for myself and somewhere where I was going to be able to grow. And I think the decision was one that was a whole family decision, but at the end of the day, my dad made sure that I was making it myself.
Yeah, you had mentioned at one time that he's like the least helpful.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Literally done everything and has the best advice.
Right.
No, it's on you. Now you've been in Tucson. You've played a preseason game now with the Roadrunners. Where do you see yourself fitting into this club? What's your role going to be with Tucson?
Yeah, I think there's always parts of my game that I want to expand on, and whether or not it's working on the PK a little bit still down here and doing stuff like that, but getting comfortable playing against pro guys on a power play and getting comfortable playing top 6 minutes in a professional league with really skilled guys. I played with Nathan Smith and John Leonard last night, who are both unbelievable players, and just learning from them. Those are two guys that have played NHL games and know what it's like up there and have done well in the NHL. So when you get an opportunity to play with them, kind of don't take it for granted and learn from them every single night.
Does your mindset change at all? As I talked about before, this is kind of your first time going into a full season of pro. Last year, again, you made the jump. Do you have any sort of different mindset now entering a full year of pro versus, last year when you made the jump?
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit more comfortable now than I was more going into last year with the jump. I'm excited. I think the biggest thing is just to focus on having fun and enjoying the game, because if you focus too much on all the other things, then you're going to get distracted from development. And so I go to the rink every day with a smile and going there to learn and to get better. So I think that was the focal point last year, was just to get settled in and try to figure out what I was doing. And then this year's to move on and to figure out where my game can stand at the AHL level.
All right, Josh, the important question now. Break down Dodgers Diamondbacks for us.
Yeah.
The D-backs just hit a home run while we were sitting here, by the way. It's 5-0.
Who hit it?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be Gabby.
Somebody comment what happened in the game.
Somebody let us know on the chat.
Gabby Moreno.
When you go to the rink,
he's playing tonight.
When you go to the rink every day now, and everybody's goal in the American League is playing the National Hockey League. It just is. I mean, that's what you want to be doing. Are you able to parse that and go, okay, I have to focus on what I need to do today, or is it, gosh, I really want to be there? You know what I mean? Is it always in the back of your mind?
I think it's away from the rink. It's always going to be there. You're always wishing to be in the NHL. That's the goal of anyone in the AHL, and everyone as a kid is you want to get to the NHL level. But when you're at the rink, I try my hardest to just focus on getting better, and the rest of it will kind of take care of itself. If I'm getting better every day at the rink, then I'm moving in that direction rather than thinking about it and not doing really much to go in that direction. But
yeah, Petey sidetracked me here, but I really want to know, how big a Diamondbacks fan are you? You are a junkie, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a
Do you
pretty
go to
big
the
Diamondbacks
games?
fan. Yeah, I went to a couple this summer when I was in town.
He was right. It was Moreno, 3-run.
Gabby, he's back.
Awesome.
See, he knows.
He got a concussion last game.
Yeah, he did. He got hit with a bat in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't even sure if he was going to play.
Yeah.
He should be on the Diamondbacks
This
show,
is
not
now.
our
This
show.
is now the D-backs show.
Yeah, PHNX D-backs. Yeah,
Oh,
why not?
He should be calling. We wanted his dad to call into that show, and he said I would, and then he doesn't answer the phone to schedule the appointment to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Classic.
And then we had Keith Yandel on, and your dad was supposed to come on, and then he came on after Keith
He called
left.
15 minutes too late.
Yeah.
Just comes as no surprise to
He's
you.
got bad timing on this. Really bad timing.
Oh, boy. All right, well,
We'll let you get back to the game, buddy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, Josh. Really appreciate your time, and good luck this season.
Yep,
Thank
we'll
you.
keep
All right.
up with you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
All right,
good.
thanks,
Thank you.
Josh. Go enjoy.
Thanks, Josh.